She wasn't supposed to matter. He wasn't supposed to care. But when the masked figure stepped into the headlights and Marcus pulled her against his chest, she realized this was never just a contract. This is Made to Pay the Debt by Sanz, an RS Stories original. The argument hit Sienna the moment she stepped into the apartment. Her mother's voice carried through the narrow hallway, sharp and frantic. "They're coming back tomorrow, Tom! Tomorrow! What do you want me to do? Pretend everything's fine?" Her father's reply was quieter, but no less strained. "I'm doing the best I can, Laura." Sienna closed the door behind her, the sound echoing in the cramped Queen's apartment. She'd just finished a double shift at the coffee shop, her feet aching, her clothes smelling like espresso and burnt milk. She wasn't ready for another crisis. But the tension in the air told her she didn't have a choice. She stepped into the living room. "What's going on?" Her mother spun around, eyes red, hair pulled into a messy bun that had seen better days. "What's going on? We're losing the house. That's what's going on." Sienna blinked. "What?" Her father sat on the edge of the couch, elbows on his knees, staring at a stack of envelopes on the coffee table. He looked older than he had last week, older than he should at 52. Her mother shoved a notice into Sienna's hands. "Final warning. Foreclosure. They're done giving us extensions." Sienna's stomach dropped. "I thought you were working something out with the bank." "We tried," her father said quietly. "They won't budge." Sienna sank onto the arm of the couch, scanning the notice. The numbers were brutal. The deadlines were worse. Okay, we'll figure something out. I can take more shifts. I can..." Her mother cut her off. "Honey, you're already working 6 days a week. You're barely sleeping. You can't fix this." Sienna hated how helpless she felt. "Then what do we do?" Her parents exchanged a look, the kind that said they'd already made a decision she wasn't going to like. Her father cleared his throat. "There's someone who can help." Sienna's pulse kicked. "Who?" Her mother hesitated. "The Blackwoods." Sienna froze. The Blackwoods weren't just wealthy. They were New York wealthy. Old money, Manhattan penthouse, private security, untouchable wealthy. Their name was whispered in business circles and shouted in headlines. And at the center of it all was Marcus Blackwood, the 32-year-old CEO who'd taken over the empire after his father's death. Cold, calculated, brilliant, dangerous. Sienna swallowed. "What do you mean, the Blackwoods?" Her father rubbed his face. "I borrowed money." Sienna stared at him. "From Marcus Blackwood?" "I didn't know what else to do," he said, voice cracking. "We were drowning. I thought I could pay it back before it got out of hand." Her mother's voice softened. "He wants to meet with you." Sienna's heart stopped. "Me? Why me?" Her mother didn't answer. Her father didn't look up, and that silence told her everything. The next morning, Manhattan felt like a different planet. Sienna stepped out of the subway into a canyon of glass and steel, the financial district buzzing with suits, taxis, and the constant hum of ambition. She'd barely slept. Her mind kept replaying her parents' faces: fear, shame, desperation. She hated that she was here, hated that she was walking into the headquarters of a man who could crush her family with a single phone call. Blackwood Holdings rose above the street like a monument to power. Black glass, sharp lines, a building that didn't just exist in the skyline but dominated it. Inside, the lobby was all marble and silence. A receptionist looked up. "Name?" "Sienna Reyes." The woman typed, then nodded. "Mr. Blackwood is expecting you, top floor." Of course he was. The elevator ride felt like ascending into another world. Her reflection stared back at her from the mirrored walls. Tired eyes, nervous hands, a girl pretending she wasn't terrified. When the doors opened, she stepped into a hallway lined with floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the city. At the end stood a pair of dark wooden doors. She knocked. "Enter." His voice, deep, controlled, unmistakably American, crisp, confident, the kind of voice that didn't need to raise itself to command a room. Sienna pushed the doors open. Marcus Blackwood stood by the window, the skyline stretching behind him like a kingdom he owned. He turned slowly, and the air shifted. He was tall, easily over 6 feet, with broad shoulders and a presence that filled the room. His suit was charcoal gray, tailored to perfection. His hair was dark, slightly tousled as if he'd run a hand through it moments before she walked in. His eyes, sharp, assessing, a cool storm gray, locked onto hers. "Sienna Reyes," he said, as if confirming she was real. She forced herself to stand straighter. "You wanted to see me." He studied her for a long moment. "Your father owes me a substantial amount of money." "I know. And you're here because you think you can fix it." "I'm here to ask for time." Marcus stepped closer, each movement deliberate. "Time is the one thing I don't give. I'll work. I'll pay it back, whatever it takes." He stopped in front of her, close enough that she could smell his cologne. Clean, dark, expensive. His gaze swept over her, not in a predatory way, but in a calculating one, as if he were assessing the potential of something rare. "You can't pay it back," he said simply. "Not with your current income." Her cheeks burned. "You looked into me." "I look into everyone who owes me money." Her pulse hammered. "Then what do you want from me?" Marcus walked to his desk, picked up a folder, and handed it to her. A contract. Sienna opened it, and her breath caught. "You want me to be your assistant?" "Among other responsibilities." Her voice tightened. "What other responsibilities?" "Availability, discretion, travel, events, a level of cooperation." Her jaw clenched. "So you want control." "I want reliability," he said. "Something your father failed to provide." Sienna's hands shook as she held the contract. "And if I refuse?" Marcus stepped closer, voice dropping to a quiet, lethal calm. "Your parents lose the house, and everything else." Her chest tightened. "You're blackmailing me." "I'm offering you a solution." She hated him, hated the way he stood there, calm and unbothered, while her world collapsed. Hated that he held all the power, hated that part of her. A small, traitorous part, felt something electric under his gaze. She signed. Her hand trembled, but she signed. Marcus took the contract, his fingers brushing hers. A brief touch, but enough to send a jolt through her. "Good," he said softly. "Your new life starts now." Sienna swallowed. "What does that mean?" "It means," Marcus said, walking back to the window, "you'll be living in my penthouse for the next 12 months. Her breath caught. "I'm sorry." "What?" "It's in the contract." "I didn't see." "You didn't read," he said. "You signed." Her pulse thundered. "You tricked me. I gave you a choice. You made it. You can't just uproot my life. You no longer have a life separate from this arrangement." Her voice shook. "You're unbelievable." Marcus stepped closer, his presence overwhelming. "You're in debt to a man who doesn't forgive. I'm offering protection, stability, a way out." "And what do you get?" she whispered. His gaze dropped to her lips for a fraction of a second, so quick she almost doubted it. "Order," he said. "Control, and someone who won't lie to me. You don't even know me." "I know enough." He held out a sleek black key card. "This is for the penthouse." She didn't take it. Marcus arched a brow. "You're hesitating." "I'm thinking." "Don't," he said. "Thinking is what got your father into debt." Her jaw tightened. "You're cruel." "I'm honest." Sienna stared at the keycard. Her parents' faces flashed in her mind. Fear, shame, desperation. She reached out. Marcus didn't let go immediately. His fingers brushed hers again, deliberate this time. A spark shot up her arm. His voice dropped to a murmur. "Good girl." Heat flooded her cheeks. Anger, humiliation, something else she refused to name. She yanked her hand back. Marcus's expression didn't change, but something flickered in his eyes. Interest, amusement, challenge. "You have 6 hours," he said, "pack lightly." "And if I don't show up?" Marcus stepped close enough that she felt the warmth of him. "Then I'll come get you." Her breath caught. "And trust me," he added softly, "you don't want that." Sienna turned to leave, heart pounding, but Marcus's voice stopped her at the door. "Oh, and Sienna?" She looked back. His gaze held hers, dark and unreadable. "Don't be late." The door clicked shut behind her. Sienna leaned against the hallway wall, shaking. Tonight, everything would change. She signed the contract. She didn't read it. And now her whole life belongs to a man she just met. Chapter 2 continues now.